أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي اللهم أخرجنا من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمنا بنور الفهم وافتح علينا بمعرفة العلم وسهل أخلاقنا بالحلم وجعلنا ممن يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه اللهم اجعل أعمالنا خالصة لوجهك ولا تجعل فيها حظا لغيرك وصل اللهم على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How's everyone today? Alhamdulillah, excited for another day of Sarf on a Sunday morning when we could have been having kusistas. Oh yeah, you guys have kusistas over here, ne? Inshallah. Anyways, back into Sarf. What have we learnt thus far? We looked at we first recognized that in Sarf we're learning about Arabic verbs. What are they called now again? Fi'al. The fi'al, right. And we said, as opposed to an English verb, an Arabic verb contains more information than just the action. Right? There's three pieces of information that we know from the onset, right? That any single word, Arabic verb will tell me. What are those bits of information? Firstly, it tells me the action that was done, like an English verb. But what else does it tell me in addition to that? It tells me the tense and who did it. Okay, let me rather say, it tells me who did it, and then it tells me the tense. What we've been working on thus far, we worked on the first two. We saw how we could change the action that was done. How did we do that? By changing the root letters. And we learnt how to change the person that did the action. How so? By changing the ending of the verbs. Right? And we did that in the manner, in the form of learning a scale. فَعَلَ فَعَلُوا فَعَلَتْ فَعَلْنَا. So those changes that come at the ending of verbs, we learnt it in the form of a scale. So we saw how the different changes in the form of a word affect changes in the meaning. Namely, how the endings change who's doing the action, and how the root letters change the action that is being done, or was done in the case of the past tense verb. Then one little added note that we learnt last week was, what was that? What did we learn last week? There was a little nuance that we learnt there. The second root letter can have a fatha, or a kasra, or a dhamma. Can have any one of the three, right? Give me an example of one with a dhamma. Azuma, the one you have to do for homework, right? Or karuma, the one which we did on the board last week. And it can possibly have a kasra as well. For example, we had hasiba, sami'a. And what's the one I gave for homework? Hamida. Right? Then it can also have a fatha. And that's the normal one that we know. Fa'ala, nasara, darab. All of those words that we learn. Right, that's just a little bit of a recap. So what we're going to do is now we're going to say some of our scales just to revise, to get that thing stuck in there. Say some of the past tense scales with different sets of root letters, right? The one that I want to work on as our foundational scales, if you want, or foundational root letters in the scale. And thereafter we are going to move to changing the last of those three things. We said one was the action that was done. The other thing was who did the action. And thirdly, when the action was done. So we've just been learning how to say things that were done in the past. But we need to get out of the past now and move to the present and the future. So today, inshallah, we will learn how to say, I'm not doing it. Right? Not just that I didn't do it, I'm still not doing it. Actually, no, not doing. We're just going to have to say, I am doing it. Guilty as charged. So we are going to learn the present tense today, inshallah. But before we get there, let's rattle off some of our scales. Fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alat, fa'alna, فعلت فعلتم فعلتي فعلتن فعلت فعلنا. Let's say it with فتح فتح فتحوا فتحت فتحنا فتحت فتحتم فتحتي فتحتن فتحت فتحنا. What does فتح mean? Oh, it's on the board. To open, right? Okay. ضرب means what? To hit, right? Okay, everybody say that scale for me. ضرب ضربوا ضربت ضربنا. I am hearing it very loudly, but with the amount of people that's here, I think the mosque should be shaking. So let's hear it a bit louder for Nasara. Nasara means to help. So I know everybody is not so violent, that's why you don't want to shout about Daraba. But Nasara, let's hear it from everybody. Nasara means to help, right? Everybody. Just a reminder, we're repeating these things, saying these things all the time for a number of reasons. One is we want you to understand the words. But it's easy to see, okay, I know what Nasarti means. I know what Nasarna means. But in addition to just knowing what these words mean, we want that template to be ingrained in your brain. Right? If ever you come across a verb, you must be able to, like, this is just the beginning of our learning in Sarf. There's a whole world of Sarf beyond this. This is our foundation. So right now, it might seem like nothing. But I guarantee you, if this is set in your mind, then the rest of it becomes easy. Very easy. Right? If you ignore this and you say, well, I don't need to say these scales because, well, I can tell you what Nasar Na means. That may cause problems in identifying things later on. Right? It's that template that we want to be stuck in your mind. It's the template that you want to be stuck in your mind. That you can call to your fingertips without having to think much. Right? Sami'a means to hear. Okay, everybody say that scale for me. Sami'at, sami'na. Sami'ta, sami'tum. Sami'ti, sami'tunna. Sami'tu, sami'na. One more. Hasiba means to? Hasiba means to think. Right, everybody say that scale for me. Hasibti, hasibtunna, hasibtu, hasib. I think that's the last one there. Karuma means to be generous. Okay, everybody say that scale for me. Tum, karumti, karumtunna, karumtu, karumna. Good, mashallah. Okay. We move on. I want you to just, to your partner, explain all of the aspects of the verb and what changes cause what changes in meaning. What changes in form cause what changes in meaning. So you must know there's 3 parts, right? 3 parts that any verb is going to tell you. You just told it to me earlier. The action that was done, who did it, and when it was done. And then I want you to take those changes and explain to your partner where on the verb you'll find those changes. Right? Where on the verb you'll find those changes. Changing what causes what change. So just explain to your partner quickly. I heard this morning you were looking into each other's eyes for confusion. Let's hope that's not there for the Sarf. So if you want, you can even you can write down 1 or 2 of the verbs and you can show here over here, you see, that's what causes the change in who's doing the action, etc. Okay, can we carry on? Is there enough time? Right. Now what I want you to do with your partner as well, I want everybody, because I can't see that everybody is saying the scales, to your partner, choose one of the sets of root letters, or make it two, and then say that scale to your partner. So for example, if Tariq was my partner, I choose to say to him Karuma, then I say that scale, and another one. And he says two other scales to me, with two other sets of root letters. Right, so quickly. Okay. Bismillah, let's carry on now. Attention, attention. Right. I want everybody to keep this page in front of them. It says on top, number 2, present tense scale. You have one that's empty, that's on your worksheet, but the other one is populated with all of the words. I want you to keep that in front of you. Right. So what we're going to be focusing on now is, I want everybody to say that word for me. What you see on the board here. Al-fi'lul mudari. Everybody say it for me again. الفعل المضارع. Again? Right. الفعل المضارع means the present tense scale. So everybody say for me. الفعل المضارع, the present tense. It's actually the present tense verb. Yeah. The present tense verb. That translation is not entirely correct, because this is important to note. In Arabic, we don't have a different form of the verb for the future tense. We have a past tense form of the verb, and then we have a present tense form, but that present tense can be used for the future tense as well. Right? So, for example, in English, I will say, I wrote a book. In the present tense, I am writing a book. In the future tense, I will write a book. In Arabic, I'll just have kataba, he wrote, and yaktubu, for example, as you're going to come to here now, which can mean either he is writing or he will write. Right? Now you might ask me the question, but how will I know if they're talking about now or they're talking about the future? How will I know if they're talking about now or they're talking about the future? So words don't live in isolation on little islands. If they did, then we wouldn't be able to tell them apart. As you have them on your scale over here, when you just have that one verb over there, you'll never be able to tell over here if it's referring to an action being done now or in the future. But words don't live like that. They derive meaning as well from the context. Right? So when we see this in a context, in a paragraph, in a verse of the Quran, in a line of poetry, or whatever it is, a verse of poetry, then we will see whether it's talking about the present or the future. Right? So that's not to worry about that now. Right at the beginning, all that I want you to understand is we are going to be using it as a present tense verb. I'm not going to expect you to say every time, yaf'alu, he is doing or he will do. It's just going to take too much time, too much effort, and it's probably going to make the memorization of the scale harder. What I do want you to know, though, is that it can be used for the present tense and the future tense as well. Right. That's the first important thing that you need to note. If you look in some Arabic textbooks that are written in English, you'll find the one, what's the opposite of fi'al al-mudari'? The one we learned before, what do we call it now again? Al-fi'al al-madi. Al-fi'al al-madi. Right, al-fi'al al-madi. As opposed to al-fi'al al-mudari'. Right. So, in some textbooks you'll find one as the perfect form and the other one as the imperfect form of the verb. Perfect in what sense? The verb is complete. If it's in the past tense, it's already done, it's finished. The mudari' form is the imperfect form. The action is not yet complete, it's still being done, or it will still be done. So it's either, you can refer to it as the perfect form or the imperfect as well. Right. I don't want you to focus too much on that. Like we did with the past tense verb, I didn't get into a whole lot of details about past tense verbs. The main part of this lesson now, of our main objective now, is to know the scale. I need to know the scale. That thing must be drilled into my mind. So let's see. Al-fi'al al-mudari'. How does it look? Looking at any, you have the scale in front of you now, all the words are there, but I don't want you to look at anything. One over here. What does that say there? Yaf'alu. Everybody say that for me. Yaf'alu. Again. Again. Yaf'alu. Yaf'alu. Before moving on, I just want for ourselves to identify some changes between this verb and the past tense verb. Yeah, something happened over here between fa'ala and yaf'alu. Okay. Number one, you should be able to tell me the harakat all changed around. It's not just anymore. Something else happening over there. What else changed? There's a ya at the beginning. Previously, we only had things getting changed at the end of the verb. And that change at the end of the verb told me who was doing the action. But here we have something attached to the beginning. Something to the beginning as well. Okay. That's all good to recognize. I just want you to see that for me. Yaf'alu. Yaf'alu. What we're going to do now is we're going to make some changes. Just as we do the past tense verb, we'll go through some changes, we'll allow this verb to undergo some changes, and that will change the meaning. As we said, Sarf is about that. How changes in the form of a word affect the meaning of the verb. So what was the first change we learnt in Sarf with the fi'al al-madi? We attached some stuff to the end, and it changed who was doing the action. So we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to change some stuff on the verb, and it's going to change who's doing the action. Yaf'alu means what? He is doing. It can also mean he will do. But when we say our scale, we'll just stick to he is doing. Right. The next form is what? Yaf'aluna. Yaf'aluna. Everybody say that for me. Yaf'aluna. Again? Yaf'aluna. Again? Yaf'al. And yaf'aluna means they, many males, are doing. They, many males, are doing. Okay, what's the difference between this one and this one? You have a una attached to the end. Right? You have a una attached to the end. You might have, what were you guys learning in Nahu this morning? Ani and Aini. Okay. Soon you'll learn about una and ina there also. Right? But that's Nahu stuff. All that I'm telling you is I don't want you to mix it up over here. When you're dealing with Nahu, you will leave that in Nahu. Right? When you're dealing with Sarf, you will leave that stuff in Sarf. Why I'm telling you that is because you're going to come across una in Nahu as well. I thought you might have come across it today. You're going to come across una over there, and it changes slightly differently to what it does in Sarf. However, they both indicate to the same thing. Masculine, plural. Many males. Many males. For example, one Muslim is Muslimun. Two Muslims is Muslimani. Many Muslims? Muslimuna. But you're going to get that in Nahu. All that I'm telling you is una, many males. Just keep that in mind. Una, many males. So say it two for me again. يفعل يفعلون يفعل يفعلون يفعل يفعلون يفعل he is doing يفعلون they many males are doing. Right. What's the next one? We want to go to see how it works for feminine. The first one for females is تفعل تفعل. So what changed over here now? The ya at the beginning changed to a ta. Nothing changed at the end. Nothing changed at the end. So yaf'alu we call the masculine standard form. Right? And taf'alu we call the feminine standard form. Right. But now how do I say many females? How do I say they, many females? Taf'alu means she is doing. How do I say they, many females are doing? We say yaf'alna. Yaf'alna. Now, we don't ask why. We just say, we let him be. Yaf'alna, they, many females are doing. Actually, I'm going to indicate to you at the end why we need to have that over there. So just taf'alu means she is doing. Yaf'alna, they, many females are doing. I'm telling you now, that one over there seems like the most tricky, it will seem like the most tricky one in the scale. Right? When it fits into scale, that one's going to look like the most trickiest. But we'll see that when we're done with the rest of the words. So just say for me from the beginning quickly. يفعل يفعلون تفعل يفعلن. Again. يفعل يفعلون تفعل يفعلن. Again. يفعل يفعلون تفعل يفعلن. Right. So يفعل means he is doing. يفعلون, they, many males, are doing. تفعل, she is doing. يفعلن, they, many females, are doing. Right, okay, now it's easy. تفعل means you, one male, are doing. It looks exactly the same like the previous تفعل, right? That's because it is exactly the same. So تفعل can mean she is doing, or it can mean you, one male, are doing. Right? تفعل can mean she is doing, or it can mean you, one male, are doing. How on earth am I going to know when this verb is speaking about one female doing or you, one male, doing? How? The same way that I'm going to know whether it's past tense or present tense. The context in which I find it will tell me that. Right? The context in which I find it will tell me that. تفعل. But this is dealing with males now. So how do I make this plural? تفعل means you, one male, are doing. How do I say you, many males, are doing? Why did I say how do you, many males? Una. So what's it going to be? تفعلون. تفعلون, you, many males, are doing. You, one female. How do I say you, one female, are doing? تفعلين. تفعلين. Everybody say it for me? تفعلين. How do I say you, many females, are doing? تفعلن. تفعلن. We had previously for they, many females, was يفعلن. You, many females? تفعلن. Okay. How do you think you say I am doing? That one's easy. أفعل. We are doing نفعل. Okay. Now I just want to put all of them on the. Oh, wait. I put my order of my slides wrong. Okay. Okay. Before we move on, I want everybody to say the scale for me first. Say it. You have it in front of you, you have it on the board. I want you to do it with the pointing. Yeah, that pointing is going to become a little bit more important. Why? Words have the same meanings. Right, so everybody say it for me clearly. يفعل يفعلون تفعل يفعلن تفعل تفعلون تفعلين تفعلن أفعل نفعل. Again, everybody. يفعل يفعلون تفعل يفعلن تفعل تفعلون تفعلين تفعلون تفعلن أفعل نفعل. For me, the scale is a bit of an adjustment because I learned the scales with all the duals in there. So I would actually say يفعل يفعلان يفعلون تفعل تفعلان يفعلن تفعل تفعلان تفعلون تفعلين تفعلان تفعلن أفعل نفعل. There's another 1, 2, 3, 4 words in there the way that I memorize it, right? But so it's actually a bit easier for you. So everybody just say it together again. يفعل يفعلون تفعل يفعلن تفعل تفعلون تفعلين تفعلن أفعل نفعل. Again. يفعل يفعلون تفعل يفعلن تفعل تفعلون تفعلين تفعلن أفعل نفعل. Okay. So just some things I want to point out. Differences between similar words. You can see for both of the masculine, color choice was not the greatest. You see there, يفعلون and تفعلون. يفعلون means they many males, تفعلون means you many males. Right? What's the only difference between those two? The ya and the ta. What's common between those two? The una. The una. You will see a similar thing happening with the feminine plurals. How do I say they many females? يفعلن. How do I say you many females? تفعلن. What's the difference between those two? The ya and the ta. What's similar between those two? The noon at the end, the na at the end, and the na at the end. Both of them have that, right? So I'm pointing that out to you just so that, you know, some people like to see it visually. It's good to see the comparison over there. What I should also have done is identify that تفعل can mean she or it can mean you. تفعل can mean she or it can mean you one male. Right. So before we move on from it, I just want everybody to say it for me again. Let's say it with the meanings now once. يفعل, he is doing. يفعلون, they many males are doing. تفعل, she is doing. يفعلن, they many females are doing. تفعل, you one male are doing. تفعلون, you many males are doing. تفعلين, you one female are doing. تفعلن, you many females are doing. أفعل, I am doing. نفعل, we are doing. Right. Okay. All of you guys say it together once for me. What's the meaning? Everybody, Bismillah. 1, 2, 3, go. Good, mashallah, okay. I'm going to throw some words on the board there, and then you tell me what they mean. Let me just. Okay. Why I want you to do this, why I'm going to put these words on the board and ask you to tell me the meaning is because now there's slightly different changes that you have to identify because you can give me an answer. In identifying those changes, you will be able to tell the meanings of these words when you don't see them in a scale. Right? When you read in the Quran, it's not like you come to a word, يفعلون, or يفعل, or what verse can I think of? وَيَعْلَمُ مَا تَفْعَلُونَ. It's not like وَيَفْعَلُ وَيَعْلَمُ مَا يَفْعَلُ يَفْعَلُونَ تَفْعَلُونَ. No, you're not going to see the word in a scale there. The word comes on its own. وَيَعْلَمُ مَا تَفْعَلُونَ. You have to know what that word تَفْعَلُونَ means without thinking about your scale. I just need to know, well, una and it starts with a ta, you many males. Right? So, for that reason, I'm going to chuck some stuff on the board. يَفْعَلُونَ. 1, 2, 3. What's it? They many are doing. تفعلين. What's it? You one female are doing, right? How do you know so quickly? That ina just stands out over there. That's the only one with that ina at the end. So, yeah. تفعلون. Una, you know it's many males already, right? Now you just need to decide, is it them or you? You many males are doing. How do I know? There's a una and a ta. Okay. تفعلن. تفعلن. What's it? It's many females, yes, but is it you or they? How do I check? If it starts with a ya, then it's they. If it starts with a ta, then it's you. Right, okay, so تفعلن, you, many females. نفعل. Easy. نفعل, we. يفعلن. يفعلن. They, many females. Oh, I was going to say many females, but is it you or they? They. How do I know it's they? Starts with a yeah. Right. تفعل. Confusion. What's it now? It's what's it? You one male or she one female. That she is doing. Okay, oh, that's not supposed to be there. تفعل. Again, you one male or she is doing. تفعلن. تفعلن. Many females. You or they? You, many females. The answer there. Okay. So before enough, I just want everybody to say the scale one more time for me. Everybody. Loud. Loud. يفعل. What's the meaning? يفعل. He is doing. يفعلون. They, many males are doing. تفعل. She is doing. يفعلن. They, many females are doing. تفعل. You, one male are doing. تفعلون. You, many males are doing. تفعلين. You, one female are doing. تفعلن. You, many females are doing. أفعل. I am doing. نفعل. We are doing. Right. One may be the most confusing because you see here they all start with tas. They start beginning with tas. That's the only one that stands out over there. Starts with a ya. But it needs to start with a ya so that we can differentiate it from that one. Right? Because context may not so easily differentiate between they, many females, and you, many females. That's why I say that might be the most tricky one over there. Here the ta at the beginning is showing, indicating to that it's a female. Here it's indicating to the fact that it's you. And we saw that the ta at the beginning could indicate to it being you in the case of taf'aluna. We know that it's you because of the ta as opposed to being with a ya. The same thing over here, taf'alna. So here that ta is indicating to the fact that it's you. Here it's indicating to the fact that it's a female. Right? All that comes down to is taf'alu can mean she, or it can mean you, one male. So for homework, first thing, memorize that scale. Memorize that scale. Right. To aid you in memorizing the scale, I gave you a sheet in which you can write down the scale for yourself. Over here, write down with the meaning as you have on the other sheet. Then extra bits of homework. We have this Quran translation worksheet. You use the vocabulary on the following page to help you translate these verses that are on the Quran worksheet number 3. Words that will be omitted over here are the verbs that we've already done. Like you'll have yaf'alu in the first one, yaf'aluna, naf'alu, taf'aluna, naf'alu again. And then on the last page of the homework, as we've been doing all along, translate the word. So we have the Arabic translated to English, we have the English translated to Arabic. Try and say this each time you say a word. And then I put another note at the bottom. Every fard salah, say the past tense scale with 3 different sets of root letters and say the yaf'alu scale. We're getting some new dhikr. Wird of Sarf. Right? When you're sitting in the mosque, after everybody's done, Alhamdulillah, what's it? Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, and then you start saying, Yaf'alu. Right? Say skills. I'm not joking. I put it there because it gives some kind of consistency. However, it works for you regularly. Right? Like I said, the objective is not only knowing the meanings of the words. The objective is having that scale ingrained in your minds. Right? So that is very, very important. Again, I must also reiterate, the first scale that we learned, fa'ala, and this scale that we're doing now, yaf'alu. If you understand those two scales and you have them ingrained in your mind, the rest of Sarf becomes easy. They set the foundation for the whole of Sarf. Those are your two main scales, fa'ala and the yaf'alu scale. Right? So, if anything, when you have one noun in a sentence, that noun conveys the meaning of one thing. When you have one verb in Arabic, that conveys 3 parts of meaning. In fact, in Arabic, one verb can be a sentence on its own. In Arabic, one verb can be a sentence on its own. And that shows you the importance of knowing these verbs. It's not as technical or anything else like that, but it's extremely, extremely important to your understanding of the Arabic sentence. So please, please, please do focus on learning these verbs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for you. Well, that will end. Jazakumullahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.